emphasize enough that it is BCF month. The gala, believe it or not, is a week from today, but we would love to have you contribute to the fund. It helps all of you, all the residents who, for no fault of their own, have some financial difficulty and need some help. So help your neighbors, help your friends, and contribute. And also enjoy the gala in a week. So I'm back with someone that I think everyone on campus knows. Just coming in for the front door, he was saying hello to lots of residents. Ken Plummer, who's from Access Services, and Ken has teamed up with one of our residents, Elaine Sorensen, who decided she needed to go to church today for the 10 a.m. Mass and is not with us, but she's here with Spirit, and at least she's praying for all of us. So anyway, so we're kind of switching. No, we're not really switching gears. We're giving residents some additional help when they need it, when maybe their eyesight starts to fail a little bit, or they'd rather have someone read to them. So Ken is kind of the guru of all access library, talking books, big print books. So I'm going to just let you get started, Ken.
Well, thank you for having me here, Diane. It's the Access Services branch of the Fairfax County Library is like you said, for those folks who, it's a branch and we serve the entire county, but there are many individuals within the county who cannot get into their branch. Maybe it's mobility issues or an issue of frailty where they can't get into that library as much as they used to. They don't think they can continue to read library books, so we have a couple programs through Access Services that enable them to continue reading for free, just like going to the library normally.
So do you have to register to have that information?
No. It's
Sorry.
That's all right. It's all good.
You lost your train of thought. So we just kind of took Ken's cell phone away.
I wasn't using it.
Off air. It was vibrating and interfering with the microphones. But I'm not even sure where you were either, Ken. Anyone remember where he was in the discussion?
I'll tell you about the program. You had asked if there was registration.
Yes.
And we function as a branch of the library, so there's not true registration. You need to have a library card, but we can do that. Again, if you can't get into your library, we can make sure you get a library card. That just involves often just calling me. And if you can't get into your library, I'm just going to find out if you're not just playing tennis or something like that too much and would like the library books delivered to you, but
that's not a good excuse, huh?
No. But there is a quick, for the two programs that I'll talk about real quickly, the home delivery service and the talking book program. We do have an application, but that's just so we can help you get the books that you want. With the one program, it's the home delivery service. And that's where we take the material that are in all of our libraries, all 22 branches, and we can send them to you directly through the United States mail. They'll come right to your box. We have many, many people, as you mentioned, Dr. Sorensen, she's a very strong advocate for the services here. And these books, we can put many books or the CDs, I brought a CD, and put them in the pouch. They come directly to your own individual residence. And when you're done with those books, all you have to do is put them back in the pouch. And this is a postal card that's in this plastic sleeve. And you just flip it around so our address is on it, and then bring it right back downstairs to the front desks, I think is how that works. Right. So that works out very well. And to sign up for this program, it's again a phone call to me. I'm going to make sure you're not too busy playing tennis, that you have some kind of a mobility issue perhaps or vision issue. We can send the large print books out, CDs, whatever's on the library shelf we can send to you. We do that. I brought a large print book, and just to see, the font is a larger print.
Well, I can read it from here.
Almost read it from there.
I did fine.
They come across the desk, and I find myself reading more and more of these just because it's simply easier. It's just an easier read when the print is a little bit bigger like that.
And how many of those books would you say the library has?
Of the large print books? Well, that's a great question, and I don't know right offhand, but it's in the thousands of large print books. I'm trying to think when I do a search for people. We help, like Ted talked about earlier, in librarians helping. The people at Access Services would clearly continue that and help you get books if you need the large print. It's not as many as a regular printed book. Publishers just don't publish as many titles in large print now, and the library, frankly, doesn't buy quite as many as they used to, as they stretch their dollars in different ways. But there are thousands of titles. I want to say at least 5,000 to 7,000, and that's probably on the underside.
Most people are going towards the CD or the audiobooks.
A lot of people enjoy the audiobooks. A lot of people enjoy listening to books on their own device or reading books on their cell phones that were taken away or their personal tablets and things like that. The library has a program called Overdrive, and you can get some help with that at the library branches, or even here at Green Spring. We'll be having our library clinics with Dr. Sorensen. We have one coming up in 2 weeks that we are able to help you get some instruction on using those things to keep and continue reading, enjoying reading.
And I know at least one of the programs you actually were able to give out library cards during those meetings.
Absolutely.
Too.
We're glad to do that. We've got a computer system now that we can hook up into the database that serves all of the county libraries, and we are able to have that as a mobile and able to give library cards right when we come to Green Spring. So that'd be very nice.
So the Access librarians, are they at each branch or just certain branches?
That's a great question. The Access Services is a separate library, if you look at it that way. We serve the whole county, so the Access Services library are not at each branch. They're the librarians. So you can give us a call. That number's available, I'm sure. And so you can call us and get more information about that also. But it's not at every library. We work for the entire county from our branches.
So of all the various devices, or I don't even know if that's the correct word, which ones here on campus do you think residents use the most of the services that are offered?
Well, a lot of people get the home delivery service, as I explained. The other service that we have is the Talking Book program. And this is a national program where we give both the player, which is a digital talking book machine, and the digital talking book cartridges for people who have some real vision issues and can no longer either read a regularly printed book or newspaper or magazine articles. They would be eligible for this national program. You get the player and you get the books sent to you free of charge. Both the programs that I've talked about are free of charge. I can't say that enough. But with this, when you get the player like this, it actually is really nice. It has the instruction manual involved in the machine itself. If I hit any of these buttons, it would tell us what that button does. I don't know if you want me to demonstrate such a thing today.
I mean,
okay,
you can demonstrate a
turn
little
it
bit.
on. Let's see.
There it goes.
Player on. Press any button. Volume up. To increase the volume by 1 step, press the volume up button. There are 15 volume steps.
And you have the machine, and we have this, as you asked about how many people get, a lot of people at Green Spring are taking advantage of this program and using this to enhance their reading and using it too, the Talking Book program. So you get the machine. It has a battery charge of about 29 hours, so you can take it down to the lobby area, enjoy your books down there. There's a plug in the back that you plug into the wall when it runs out on a battery, so it'll recharge to over 20 hours, so that's nice.
Is there a headphone jack?
There is a jack, a headphone jack on this side. You can put your headphones on and listen to privately, absolutely. There's a great button here. I'll hit the button. It's a half moon, and it says sleep. Of course, you have low vision, you can't see that, but all the buttons are tactile also, so you can feel the difference. And the sleep button...
Sleep. Pressing the sleep button once will play 15 minutes of the book, and then stop the machine. Pressing the sleep button twice...
So just as a sighted individual, you like to read before you go to sleep at night. You are able to do that with a limited time basis there. It's very nice. The actual cartridges, I brought a couple of those also.
And as you open those up, the titles, are they fairly recent titles, or does it take, like, for instance, could I get the Diane Reen book on the...
I'm sure you could get the Diane Reen book. That's great. They have the catalogs that come out, and this is, they're published every 2 months as far as the new titles. They will publish these, and blindness can happen for anybody from 6 to 106. So it will include some children's titles, and it will include some titles in Spanish language that are always here. But yes, it will be, if a book is published and you get it today in a hard print version, it will sometimes be 6 months before it's in a recorded version, but actually many publishers now work with the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, and they will publish their book that they normally put on a CD will be available in a digital cartridge format also, so it'll be sometimes just a matter of weeks or sometimes the same day if it's a popular author like a James Patterson or Danielle Steele. They'll come out very quickly at the same time as the other ones do come out. So that's very nice that way. Good question.
Right.
Yeah.
So you were going to demonstrate the cartridge.
Yeah, I brought a couple. I brought Harry Potter and I brought a Danielle Steele, but I'm going to put the Harry Potter in simply because language is, I don't know what's going to happen. But the cartridges, no matter how big the book is all going to be recorded on one cartridge. So whether it's Green Eggs and Ham or War and Peace, it's all going to fit on a cartridge. The cartridge will have a finger hole in it. So again, you're thinking people who have some vision issues, they can get that finger hole. It's only going to go in the machine one way. It can't go in incorrectly. So it's a very well-designed machine. And we'll listen to Harry Potter here. It's going to tell you a whole book.
48437.
Tells you what the book is.
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling. Text, copyright 1999, J.K. Rowling. Read.
It tells you who the narrator is and things like that. Just as a demonstration, there are buttons that point, like an old cassette machine, where you would advance the thing by pushing the button on the left and rewind it by on the right. So I'll advance a little bit. You've heard the volume controls. A couple controls up here can actually take that tone of the narrator down or up. So if you have some trouble hearing the higher pitches, you can adjust the tone. And then there's speed on this side, and the speed.
Right, I was going to ask you, that sounded a little slow.
A little slow. We'll pick it up on. We'll advance, and it will. You hold it, and it will tell you how far you're going in.
Okay.
Forward 1 minute. Forward 5 minutes.
So hopefully we're in the story
15
now.
Minutes. New location within.
Chapter 1, The Worst Birthday.
And that will speed that up a little bit.
Tone up. Tone up.
Oh, that's the speed. I'm sorry. Speed's on this side.
Okay.
Speed up. Speed up.
It's a brilliant sunny day. He crossed the lawn, slumped down on the garden bench, and sang
Definitely a
under his
lot
breath,
faster.
Speed down. Speed down. Normal.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Nope.
And all the narrators are professional actors and actresses that perform the reading book, and they will go through and they will even contact the author if it's a French name or a French village to get the right tone of the author's intentions as they record these books. So it's a fascinating thing. It's a national program that's really done right and well.
So that kind of brings me back to the fall for the book. When I went last year, they had a narrator who was doing the Outlander series, and she had a little anecdote about how she's English, but she originally tried out for the narrator role and was turned down because she wasn't a native Scots person. And she said about a month or two later, she got a call saying, we would like to hire you, because they found out that the actual Scottish accent, the native Scotland accents, were so difficult for people to listened to, that they had to go with someone who could tell
Be
the
near
story.
Scottish.
Yes, tell the story and have that kind of accent without it not being able to be listened to. So tell us about the event coming up in 2 weeks here at Green Spring.
Yeah, again, it's with Dr. Sorensen, Elaine Sorensen. She is a strong advocate for us, and she has created these library clinics. Now, it's in 2 weeks, I think, and I believe it's, there we go, thank you, 1:30 to 3, and it's going to be
Thursday, September 22nd.
There you go. HC, I forget which one.
Hunters Crossing Classroom.
That's right, yes. And we at the clinic, what we are able to do is, like I say, we will be able to give you library cards if you haven't got your library card, so we can do that. Any questions, we've done several of these, and I know I've talked to many people and getting many people into the program, getting the home delivery, getting the talking books. But if any of you folks have questions, please stop by and we'll resolve those questions or work to get the answers for you. If I can't do it myself, I will be here. But if we can't get the questions that day, at least I'll have a note of it. And please stop by and ask, because we want you to keep reading. That's what we like to do. You will also be able to, if you have your iPad or your tablet or your iPhone and you have some questions about the product that the Fairfax County Public Library uses, is called Overdrive, and you can put those books right onto those devices. We will also be able to help you with that and questions.
So great.
It is great.
Thank you so much. And I know since Elaine has kind of joined forces with Ken over here, your program has really increased in terms of the amount of Green Spring residents using it. It
truly has, and we're glad to offer it to more people who are interested. It's a great service, it really is. Understanding that not everybody is as mobile as they used to be, and this is a thing that can help them keep reading.
And as our theme of the music, reading Rainbow, books take you anywhere and everywhere, and it's amazing. So we have a great library. All the information on the Fall for the Books Access Library. Again, just go on the web with the Fairfax County homepage, and there's links to the library services. Yes. There's link to Access Library. Just a click away, and you can get all the information. And of course, go in 2 weeks to Ken and Elaine's workshop with the Access Library and get all the information there. And again, we'll have these read-on pamphlets around the area at Green Spring, and Ken will have them at his workshop. And I have to do announcements. So thank you so much, Ken. It's always a pleasure to have you here. So.